Who knows? Who knows what they lie
Candace
about?
Owens, you brought her up. Let's talk about her.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We talked about snakes and pigs being enemy signs. Who fired Candace?
Ben Shapiro.
Ben, born in the year of the pig, 1983, fires Candace, born 1989, year of the snake. Always goes back
Wow.
to numerology and astrology. Always. This is how it works. The pig and snake are enemies. Candace and Ben are enemies. You see this in everyday life. And when people start actually applying this, instead of going all fours 5 times a day, or giving your siphoning your energy to a fake creator, then we will actually have human evolution. And what is happening today on this podcast will help kickstart it. Death code is undeniable. It is literally undeniable. Your priests, your imams, your rabbis cannot give you anything even close to as definite as that. So at this point, again, going back to the family, 1 is man, 2 is feminine, 3 is child. Child starts with C. C is the 3rd letter. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So it takes a man and a woman to form a child. And by the way, unless you have a child, you're not a family. Because 1 man, 2 woman, 3 child, 1, 2, 3 equals 6. And 6 is the number of home and family. How deep does this go? Home, first vowel O. House, first vowel O. O is the 15th letter. 1 and 5 is 6.
Wow.
Again, it's there every single time. This is a code within the code. And now you people, the regular folks who are watching this, and this is going to get billions of views. Now you have a piece of the real key within the matrix. Not this propaganda that Tate tries to sell you, all this other garbage. This is the sauce. The real sauce. Does not matter where you go. This is what you can apply to anything in real life.
So if man plus woman equals family, what about man, man, and woman, woman? Doesn't work?
1, 2 plus 3. Family is also a 6-letter word. Tells you everything you need to know.
Makes sense.
You know, a lot of people who are cops are born in the 4th, 13th, 31st. Because they're there to make sure law and order are enforced. How do I know this? Been pulled over 13 times in the past, 15 years? And I talk my way out of every single ticket because my birthday, what's yours? I'm like, if I'm wrong, then give me a ticket.
No way.
That's all I do. If every time I get pulled over, I tell the officer, you know my birthday, what's yours? And they're like, why? I'm like, I'll tell you what, give me your birthday. If I'm wrong about anything, give me a ticket. If not, let me go. I've been let go every single time except once. Some dude in Iowa would not give me his birthday. So I couldn't work my magic.
Wow.
You know, it's not like I'm a broad with, a whole bunch of racks over here and I could just get away with it. I actually have to talk my way out of it. But numerology and astrology has allowed me to do that. GG33 is a brand worldwide right now. The Qwood app, that's my app on Apple. Here's the interesting thing. I had a talk with Apple and I wanted to launch our astrology app.
Yeah.
And I did. I think it's wonderful. I think it's the best one out there. Qwood app. Shameful plug. But Apple didn't like my pricing. They said I was charging too much.
Really?
Yeah. And I basically went to Apple and I'm like, I don't think you understand who I am. I'm the one who made numerology and astrology mainstream, at least with men. No, guys did not believe in this before I started coming here.
Right.
And even my enemies will admit to that. And basically, I went to Apple. I'm like, listen, you're the foundation of capitalism. Your computers cost a lot more than everyone else's. So eventually, they let me have my way. I have one of the most expensive apps on the App Store, and it's selling like hotcakes.
How much is it?
800.
Wow, for the app?
Yep.
Holy crap.
And again, when you have the best of the, Apple charges a lot of money too. And here's the interesting thing about Apple. 20th number of wealth. We talked about this. Steve Jobs who was born 2/24/1955, 2/24/1955, adds up to 28. He opened Apple on 3/1/1977, 3/1/1977, adds up to 28. He also incorporated it on 4/1/1976, 4/1/1976, adds up to 28. It's the richest cash-rich company in the world.
Wow.
So again, 28th number of wealth. Bill Gates born on 28th. You know, you heard this guy before. Musk born on 28th. So we have Apple, the richest in the world when it comes to a corporation. But what about the things above Apple?
Oil.
BlackRock. But what's above BlackRock? Vanguard. Because BlackRock is a privately traded company. You could own a share of BlackRock, so can I. But you can't own anything of Vanguard. But guess who owns 9% of BlackRock? Vanguard. And Vanguard was founded 5/1/1975. 5/1/1975 adds up to 28. Again, the numerology is right there. At this point, I think I laid up a very, very strong case for why people need to put down their holy books, put down their fairy tales, and start looking at this. Death code is the most real thing given to the public in hundreds of years. Now you guys can go back, look at your families, and I expect videos of TikTok about how their grandparents or their mother or their father died during death code. I expect videos of this on TikTok all over.
Wow.
All over, because people are going to see how real this is. And now we can start evolving past this nonsensical religion. And I believe there's a lot of good tenets in the religion.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look at my my loved one's deaths when I get home. That's so interesting. 60% accurate, you said?
65% accurate.
Wow, that's really high.
Exactly. And again, people are going to say it's not 100. Well, find me a system better. I'll follow it. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry only hits threes at what? A 45% rate. He's the best in the world.
Right.
So, okay, he misses 55% of the time. Find me someone better. That's what it comes down to. It always comes back to the same thing. Lastly, let's talk about Michael Jordan. You want me to talk about how numerology and astrology made Michael Jordan king?
Yeah.
So first thing we're going to talk about is Michael Jordan being an Aquarius.
I didn't know he was an Aquarius.
Well, of course he's an Aquarius. He always marries women outside his race. Don't Aquariuses like women outside their race, sir?
Yep, I'm an Aquarius.
And you have someone who's outside your race. So you have to understand the thing about Aquariuses is they're always rebels. So if an Aquarius is born within Christianity, it will rebel against the church. If an Aquarius is born in a mosque, it will rebel against Islam. It's always about rebellion, no matter what they're in. And Aquariuses want, one of the ways they rebel is they want someone outside their race. It's what they're attracted to. Michael Jordan has always been with a woman outside his race. 217. Next, Nike became Nike 1975. Year of the cat. That's when the name Nike came. Nike made a deal with Michael Jordan. Born 1963, year of the cat. They made billions together. People following their own energy. But now, let's talk about the numerology. First time ever to the public, this is being revealed. Now people are going to be able to understand how to find their lucky numbers. Every single person by the end of this will be able to understand what their lucky numbers are and how Michael Jordan pulled it off.
Wow.
Michael Jordan is born 2/17/1963. What number did he make famous?
23.
How did he do it? Okay, well, you did the sound effects, but if you look at his birthday, the first number in his birthday is a 2. The last number in his birthday is a 3. 23. That's how he did it. Everyone's lucky number is based off the month and the last digit in the birthday.
Wow.
So Michael Jordan born 2/17/1963. First number is a 2. Last number is a 3. 23. He's a cat. Signed a deal with the cat company. Now he's a billionaire. Numerology and astrology approved. And now you understand how to find your lucky numbers. And again, This made Michael Jordan billions.
Damn.
Billions. Whether he knew about it or someone in his entourage knew about it, that's exactly what happened. And now people understand another piece of the puzzle. My man, it's safe to say this podcast here is going to do a lot to change society.
It is, man. I appreciate you coming on, for real. Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.